Good morning. What you got going on, friend? I know it's cold in Louisville. If it's cold down here, man, this is crazy. Getting them ducats. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I'm so mad I can't let my garage door open. I like the sunlight to come in, but it is cold. Good morning, good morning. Yes, I gotta get it in, man. No matter what. I came out here, that burst of wind hit me. I was like, did I do this last winter? I believe I did. I think I just bundled up. So I'm gonna have to just do the same, bundle up. I'm gonna go get me some jogging pants and I got plenty of sweat shirts and jackets. I'm gonna go get some jogging pants because it really helps a lot when you're trying to sweat. Good morning, Grandma. Kaya came by last night. She looked amazing. She had to crown the last queen, I heard. Get that crown back, man. That is so special. I hate that it kills me to be out there. It kills me to be at the school, let alone to be out on that field, man. I can't do it, but I like to see the pictures, but I can't. Physically and emotionally, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's where my son, I believe all of his spirit is right there on that football field. Whew. She dropped her car off. She got to make sure that car get fixed. And Dad's right out there looking at it. Got to go get some brake pads because our niece, I think her car is doing the same thing. Whew. Just trying to warm up. It's kind of cool. Didn't that hurricane bring that cold weather in? Like, what happened? Hey, Gary. I'm running on the treadmill. Go get your house shoes on. Why you gotta look so mean? Get your house shoes. Don't walk out here on the concrete. Man, I'm talking about one day it was nice and hot. Literally the next day, I'm like, what happened? Put them on, sit down. Sit down and put your house shoes on, baby. I just gotta brace myself. I do not like the cold weather. That was one of my whole purposes, I guess, for always dreaming about moving away from Kentucky. I'll never forget 1993, man. We had one of the worst snowstorms. I mean, snow up to your waist. And I just had a baby. Everything was shut down. Put them on. And I can't remember what we had to go to the store for, but we had to walk. Chunk, go watch Mickey Mouse. Thank you. Boy, keep me on my toes. But yeah, we had to walk all the way to the store. When you're talking about frostbite, we were soaking wet. I mean, it was just you know, my mom and my grandma, you gonna have a setback. But I had to do what I had to do. You know, us mothers, you know, in our minds, we're super women, and we'll do whatever it needs to be done for them babies. Whatever, some of us, not all of us, right? But some of us, when it's time to put that cape on, we put it on. And we do whatever needs to be done, no matter what the circumstance is. It can be fire. It can be fire. And we'll walk right through it. Yeah, I'm trying. It's a struggle, but I'll be okay. Yeah, she was a doll last night. She really was. Waiting on my team. Everybody's slow about logging in. Good morning. Good morning, my Ballard friend, Miss Tia. Long time no see, sweetie. Looking beautiful. Gary, cut it out. I need to watch the weather. Grandma, what is the weather going to be today? Is it going to warm up? Do you know? Stop, Gary, before you fall. I took my NutriBurst this morning. I took my NRG. So, trying to plan out my day the whole week. I just been thinking about reorging. And like, you really have to do that. Because I always say the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And instead of putting all my time and energy and worrying about everybody else, you know, I'm putting my time and my energy into worrying about, not even worrying, into fixing me. As I was talking about yesterday, you know, us women, we're groomed to feel like we have to be perfect. We're groomed to feel like we have to be perfect. No, Gary. Go inside. Go inside. Shut the door. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. As I was saying, I feel like we are groomed to feel like we have to be perfect. Like we can't mess up. Like, you know, even though the toughest of us has that thing where we feel like we can't let nobody down. We have to, you know, be there no matter what. We have to, you know, and I'm letting go of that, because that's, to me, for females, that's just as false as telling a little boy, you're not supposed to cry. Quit crying. It's just as false as that, right? You know, we are all human beings, and we have emotions. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the concept of you don't want, you know, hell, I don't want a little girl just crying all the time, let alone, good morning, cousin, let alone a little boy that cries all the time. But, you know, I got to thinking about myself. Like I said, I stopped concentrating on everybody else and concentrating on myself. What are the things that have groomed me and led me to some of the things that I do? Some of the things that I do. And one of them, again, is feeling like I have to be this perfect person, this perfect female that don't do no wrong, that can't make no mistakes. And I'm just realizing I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm never going to be that. Hey, Alicia, girl. Hey, that bottle of red wine, I'm telling you, I drank the rest last night. Forgot about how much I enjoyed that. So I appreciate that post, boo. But I'm done with feeling like I have to be perfect. I can't make a mistake. I don't do, anything wrong. I'm tired of feeling like I have, I'm entitled to, I'm obligated. I'm not obligated. I'm not entitled to do nothing but be me. First thing I had to start doing was loving me. So wherever in my life, that little girl, if she felt abandoned, if she felt neglected, if she felt, like she wasn't being loved, I had to go back and love on her a little bit, right? I had to go back and love on her a little bit so that I can heal those wounds. Because everything that happens to you in the present is probably an open wound from the past, because again, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you're still functioning a certain way, and you've been functioning that way all of your life, or you're functioning a certain way, most likely it stemmed from childhood. It stemmed from childhood, and you have to really, really, get in touch with yourself spiritually. Go on that spiritual journey. Go on that spiritual journey. Find peace. Find serenity. Right? So that you can learn that all you have to do is be you. That's it. But you can't be you if you don't know who you are. You can't. You can't. Go back to those skeletons, right, in the closet. Release them. Release them. Good morning. And the importance of releasing those skeletons in the closet is because once you come face to face, when you're sticking stuff in the closet, even emotionally and physically, right, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be cleaning out my closets. I've cleaned out my spiritual closet, right? The point of facing those skeletons, the point of facing that stuff that you're piling up, right, is so that it won't continue to pile up. You don't want things piling up. You don't want problems piling up. Because the bigger it is, right, the more it takes for you to address it. The longer you take to address it, the bigger it becomes. So you have to address these things. Me personally, I wanted to address the skeletons in my closet because I don't want anybody trying to use them against me. Because that's what people do. People prey on your weakness. People prey on your hurt. People prey on your pain. So that's why, I like to deal with that. Because on my spiritual journey, I understood that everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through something. And you may be waiting to kick me while I'm down, but it ain't going to hurt me like you think it's going to hurt me, because guess what? You got skeletons too. You ain't did your work either. So you got to be careful with that. So I don't even worry about, the tit for tat and trying to hurt somebody else. I just worry about myself. Let me clean my own stuff out. Let me deal with my own stuff. Because the more I deal with my own stuff, the more elevated I become, right? The more strength that's lended to me. The farther I can go. I'm not still staying in the same place. I'm not still looking at the same old. You know what we say? Not still looking at that. I'm able to elevate. I'm able to move forward. Nothing is supposed to stay the same. Nothing that's living should stay the same. Nothing. Even a plant. You notice? When a plant starts, it's a seed, then it sprouts, then it goes on to whatever it's going to go on to. And even when it blooms, it still doesn't stay the same forever and ever. It has phases. All the petals fall off, right? And it may go down and get weak sometime. But sure as you know, sure as the sun shines, right? Sure as the thunderstorms come and it leaves the rain, when the storm passes, right? It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Even as the seasons change. Right? It's being determined what's going to happen to that plant in the next season. And that's us. You have to determine what's going to happen to you in the next season. Are you going to be a victim of circumstance, or are you going to conquer your fears? Are you going to conquer your fears so circumstances do not determine your destination? What is it going to be? This weekend, I've decided, I've already started, but I'm taking it a step further because on my spiritual journey, I understand the way I do anything is the way I do everything. And, I see that I like to hold on to things. How many people can understand that? We like to hold on to things. And if I'm holding on to things that I really don't need physically, I can bet your bottom dollar that I'm doing that emotionally. I'm doing that emotionally. Because again, the way you do anything is the way you do everything, and I understand that. So this weekend, I'm working towards, again, getting rid of things that I do not use. I do not need. When you hold on to things that you don't need, you hold up the circle of life. Everything is supposed to keep going. Remember, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and you holding on to somebody else's treasure. You don't need it. It's your trash. So what you holding on to it for? Let it go. You gotta realize how all things are connected. You see what I just said? You cleaning up, me cleaning up, and cleaning out things, right? It's me letting go or trying to change my bad habits of holding on to things emotionally and physically. But it's also connected to the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. When you keep holding on to things, right, you are not progressing. You are not allowing the circle of life to happen. You are not allowing that next man to get the trash. Same in your closet, the same emotionally, and the same in your relationships. How about when you hold on to that guy, you hold on to that woman, you missing your blessing. You keep wondering where all the men at. You keep wondering where all the good women at. You'll never find them because you're holding on to this bad one for fear of just being by yourself. That's why you got to learn how to love yourself first, because when you learn to love yourself first, being by yourself ain't so bad. You like who you are. You can enjoy your own company, right? Enjoy your own company. When you're working on you and you begin to elevate, you begin to attract who you are. Again, us women, we are groomed to think we can do no wrong. So we don't even understand when we attract that bad guy. That's part of who we are. Who he is part of who we are. I can accept that. Once I accepted that, I was able to make better choices. That statement is not to hurt you. I had to learn that. That statement wasn't to hurt me. That statement was only to help me. Once I figured out who I really was, then I could go on to figure out what I really wanted and who I really wanted. And it's okay if you chose bad. Here I am, 40 years old, and I'm still learning how to clean out. I'm still learning how to clean out. But that's okay, right? I don't even call it a work in progress. I call it progress. As long as you're making progress, you're moving forward. If you're always claiming a work in progress, then you still claiming you're going to be in that same first spot. The same place you started, it's the same place you in. I'm progressing. I'm progressing. And I don't worry about what anybody says, because nothing under the sun is new. So, although you may not have gone through it yet, doesn't mean you won't go through it tomorrow. Doesn't mean it hasn't already happened to you in some other form, but you just don't recognize it, right? So I don't worry about what other people say. I don't worry about, what other people do. This is my race. This is my race, and it's serious. My race is my life. My race is my life. When it's all said and done, when it's time for me to shut my eyes forever, what them people gonna do? The people that you allowed get in the way of your progress, what can they do? Nothing. They can't save you. They can only haunt you even more. That's why you gotta learn. If you can learn how to deal with your own skeletons, that's another process in learning how to deal with other people. The unsaid, what you think they're saying. It's another way to deal with that, right? I don't care how stupid people say you are. I don't care how stupid people say I am. Oh, you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. I could tell you what you're supposed to be doing too, right? I could take one look at you and read you, right? So that's why it's not really safe for you to open your mouth on somebody. It's always just safe for you to stay right here to the core. Do what you got to do for you. Do what you got to do for you. I urge everybody to do that. Honey, they could talk about me, say what they want to say, but guess what? I lost 50 pounds, right? I'm paying off my vehicles. My bills are paid, right? My bills are paid. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about anything. I have a plan set in place. I have a plan. I'm planning. I have a real 5-year plan set in place. So all that talking they doing right now while I'm in my first year going into my second year, we're going to see where all that mouth is going to be in 5 years from now, right? Chances are if they not doing anything, they're going to be in the same place that they were before. They're going to be in the same place that I left them. That's how I feel about a lot of people, right? And it has nothing to do with me moving. Because like I said yesterday, you can move to another country, right? But if you take that same mentality with you, nothing's going to change. Yeah, I changed my zip code, changed my area code, but I also changed the way I think. My mindset has evolved over the years, right? Where I thought it was fun and games to hang around, with the roughest and toughest guys in town, I don't feel that way today because my mindset has changed, right? Where I thought, certain things were okay back then, I allowed myself to change, and me allowing myself to change broke a lot of cycles. If you was a teenage mother, If you was a teenage mother, right, and you want to break the cycle of your child becoming a teenage parent, the only way to break that is to break the chains in your mind, right? I am all that I believe I am. I will accomplish what they thought was the impossible. I will have all that they say I couldn't. I have conquered my fears. I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. I know no limit. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am the head and not the tail. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. All right, people. Have a good, positive, peaceful, and productive weekend. Come up with a plan. Do something. Start working on those bad habits, right? Start working on those bad habits. If you are an adult and you struggle with addiction, most likely that addiction is attached to something. It's attached to a depression, and that depression is attached to a thought. Work on that thought, right? If you're a hoarder, clean up. Work toward it. It's attached to something, right? It's a reason why you do that. It's a reason why I hold on to things. And today, I'm letting go. I'm letting go. If it has no value to me, I have to let it go. I have to continue the circle of life. It may have value for somebody else, but not me. Right? As you elevate, you understand the things that you needed yesterday, you don't need today. You don't need today. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.